This short video provides instruction on how to create a Qualtrics survey within the University of Florida system. Qualtrics is available for all University of Florida faculty, staff, and students, and is a premier web-based survey tool with many logic-guided functions and features. Surveys can be delivered in a variety of ways for distribution both internally and externally. Before you build your survey, I highly recommend configuring it either on paper or, depending on the complexity, software similar to Microsoft Visio. Having the questions already prepared in a Word document will also speed up the process and ensure that you have included all of your questions. To access Qualtrics, go to the e-learning site at elearning.ufl.edu. Click on Qualtrics on the lower right-hand side. You will need a GatorLink username and password in order to access the system. Once in the system, there are templates available for use, and for first-time users, you may want to spend a little time navigating through the software. I personally prefer to start from a blank template and build as I go. While there are many actions within the system, I will briefly review just a few to get you started. Under the Look and Feel tab, I always enable the progress bar. I also set the page count to 1 question per page. Under the Survey Options tab, I ensure the Save and Continue is enabled for longer surveys. And I customize the end of survey message. I have some stored responses already, but I will create a new one for this particular survey. Now let's build a simple survey. The first question block is already in a format that I want to use. It's a multiple choice question with 3 responses. I'm going to copy-paste my text from Word into the test question area. At this point, I'm also going to clear any formatting that came from Microsoft Word so that the look of the text is all the same throughout. After I have entered my question, I'm going to configure the responses. My next 2 questions are in the same format, so I'll repeat the process. For question 3, Qualtrics has anticipated what the responses would be for my question. I'm going to change it to the responses I need and remove those that I do not need. For question 4, once again, Qualtrics has anticipated my responses, so I'm going to go ahead and disable the automatic choices at the top and reduce the number of available answers to the 2 I need. Question 5 is not a multiple choice question, so I can configure what type of response I'm looking for when I create my question through the drop-down menu. I will use the text entry. For question 6, I do need multiple choice, so I'm going to go back and select that type of question from my drop-down menu. I'm going to repeat the process as needed until all of my questions have been entered. Now let's build in some simple logic. If they answer no for question 4, they do not need to answer question 5. Similarly, if they answer no to question 6, they do not need to answer question 7. To add the skip logic, I'm going to select the question, select Skip Logic from the right-hand side panel, and then configure the parameters as I need. I'm also going to ensure that my text boxes are set to multi-line, so I'm not limiting those responses. All my questions are in and my logic has been applied, so now let's preview the survey to make sure it flows as it needs to. The first time I go through the survey, I just want to make sure that all of the questions are there. Since I have not made the questions required, I can skip through to each question. This is also a good time to check to see if your custom response is the one that appears at the end of the survey. I'm going to restart my survey, but this time I'm going to answer no to the questions to ensure that my skip logic is working appropriately. I am satisfied with the flow of the survey, so I will close the preview. Now it's time to publish and share. Qualtrics will run a test on your survey. Here it's indicating that I have some grammatical errors, but the rest of the parameters look fine. I happen to like the way I have worded my question, so I'm going to just publish anyway. Once published, I am provided with a link that I can share with my users. Distribution and other analytics can be found with the other tabs found in Qualtrics. Congratulations, you have built a Qualtrics survey.